Alright, so literally like 5 minutes after I uploaded my video, Soldex posted his stuff. Yo, shout out to Soldex. Feel free to join the Discord. Link is in the description. Subscribe to the boy. Link to his channel will be at the end of the video. It'll be posted literally on the top left corner. But okay, so going into it, guys, let's Yumichika Cuck trade. Oh god, let's see exactly what goes on over here. So let's check this out. Now, I expect all these characters to have Frenzy simply because that's their trend. In my opinion, their mid-month trend has almost always been Frenzy, 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 Frenzy across the board. Strong Attack Recharge, Soul Reaper Killer, KAIEN. He is a Soul Reaper himself. Sprinter Bruiser, 20%. Frenzy, Devastation, 40%. With weakened defense on his special. Paralysis Immunity, good for autoing. Soul Reaper Killer is incredibly good. We haven't had a Soul Reaper Killer that's a Strong Attack Recharge unit that's actually good in quite some time, so I'm hoping he has a full screen. Bruiser, 20% with no long reach. I'm assuming he's a range character. And then, let's see his stats. 778 Spiritual Pressure, 642 attack, 1059 stamina. Damn, his stats are actually really high. Defense above average. Focus 340 is about standard. Okay, going into, let's see, strong attacks. Shout out to Soldex, man. Yo, radius 1000, range full screen. Radius 1000. I feel like this is new. This is definitely new. I haven't seen this before. Okay, so range, full screen, third, strong attack, perfect. Range. Okay, so he is a range character. Let me move over here. Yeah, I think this is a safe spot. Okay, so as you can see, he's a range character. 120 hit at the end, which means that his last hit does not split into three like most range characters. By most range characters, I mean characters like Thousand Year Blood War, Shikai Ichigo, Kisuke, and Hollow Aizen, the power one. Going into it, let's see, range, radius 0. I think that this might just straight up be a lunge. I'm guessing that means it's a lunge. Radius 0. I don't understand why that's radius 0, but then full screen's 1000, then this is 425. Either way, 8 seconds cooldown, magnification 18%. I don't. This might be like a little burst, kind of like Soifon's first strong attack. Let me sit up a little bit. Okay, second strong attack looks like a vortex. Well, yeah, vortex attract, 20 hits. Okay, 20 hits instead. Okay, 16-second cooldown, 20 hits. So it's more like New Year's Rukia. I've noticed that we haven't had a 50-hit vortex in quite some time. So it says attract 20 hits. This is before Frenzy. So this is a 40-hit vortex. Comes out relatively quickly as well, most likely. Because usually these 16-second ones don't really last very long. So, I mean, you could use them for guild quests. And then on top of that, the radius 425. I don't really know what to think of that. Wait, did he have Havoc? I think I read Havoc. No, I did not read Havoc. Okay. For some reason, I remember Havoc. I'm thinking of Tag Team Ichigo. And the third strong attack being full screen, in my opinion, is incredibly good. I love a full screen third strong attack. It makes the character a little more busted. I like my busted stuff, you know what I'm saying? Full screen radius. Notice this, guys. The radius of a range full screen third strong attack is 1000, and then the special is 2000. That's important because that means that when you're doing guild quests, for example, you'll notice that your special has significantly more range than just your straight up third strong attack. So that's something to definitely keep in mind. Magnifications are fine. The 18% is kind of annoying. All right, hollow strong attack reach of frenzy. Obviously frenzy, yeah. Hollow Killer, strong attack recharge, speed, which means that he's going to take the place of Sajin, which recently came out about a few months ago. He also has Frenzy, Last Ditch Survival, Soul Trait, 774 Spiritual Pressure, 351 Focus, 354 Defense, 638 Attack, 1053 Stamina. Very high stats. I like this. Paralysis and Freeze Immunity. Holy shit. Okay. In my opinion, the Freeze Immunity is incredibly important, straight up because Hollows in Inheritance Zone have the enemies that actually shoot out a lot of ice projectiles. That's perfect for autoing. I love autoing. Affiliation, Soul Reaper, Hollow Killer, Sprinter +1, Bruiser +20%, so he's probably ranged. Usually they give him long reach. Frenzy and Devastation 40% standard for a character with Frenzy. And yeah, we can attack on the special. It's kind of a throwaway ability. Can I get rid of this? More videos. Prison Fried Fish Cake. The fuck? Lockdown. Yo, 2 games making food videos? Oh shit. Damn, they stepping it up. Alright, I need to step it up too. Alright. Yo. Prison Escape video coming soon. Alright, let's get into the next episode. Next episode. Okay, strong attack 3 full screen, radius 1000, special 2000. Okay, so it looks like that's the trend. That's interesting because the radius thing is new, I think. I didn't see that before. I would have definitely made note of that. 120% magnification. This is probably a lunge. Second strong attack, 16 seconds. Not a vortex. Probably comes out relatively quick. I hope that this is a beam. Judging by the radius, 575, I'm guessing that it's like a beam going straight forward, or it's just an attack around himself. But I feel like 575 is kind of short range. I feel like that's a little too small for the characters that they release nowadays. Melee character across the board. No range collision, that's good. I mean, overall, he just looks like a good character, to be honest. Alright. YUMICHIKA. Now, Yumi, go cuck yourself. I have a 5 out of 5. 6-star YUMICHIKA. Level 200. Can't wait to resurrect that douchebag. And I also have 5 5-star YUMICHIKAs that I refuse to feed into each other because it's YUMICHIKA. So I kind of low-key hope I pull them. Ooh! I just realized. Okay, last ditch survival rate's interesting. 700. Okay, for a second I thought they made him a NAD character. Okay, 769 spiritual pressure. Obviously, yeah, that's frenzy. That's interesting that they've been making a lot of these last ditch survival characters with frenzy, which in my opinion it's very good. 769 spiritual pressure is good. 361 defense. That's high defense. That's incredibly high stamina, and 636 about average attack and average focus. He has a hollow killer. He's a soul reaper. Tech hollow killer. Damn, I wonder if he's better than. He might actually. If he has a full screen, that'd be interesting. If he has a full screen, he might be better than full brain Ichigo. Last ditch survival. In my opinion, I like that they're making these frenzy characters with last ditch survival rates, especially with like 10-10-10 characters and ordeals. I feel like last ditch survival rate isn't really necessary, but it does help a lot. It makes your life hell of a lot easier and a lot less stressful if you're trying to do ordeals, especially if you don't have the ideal character. Even just regular Senkaima, I know a lot of people don't have specific characters for whatever stages you need to complete. So in my opinion, last ditch survival rate being a soul trait is not necessarily a bad thing. It's funny because I don't want it on my character, but if I'm using it as a link, it's not. I don't think that it's a bad thing. I don't think that he is a link. I'm hoping he's not. Devastation 40% standard with frenzy. Bruiser 20% long reach, so he's melee, most likely melee. Sprinter +1, and then he has the debilitator 5 seconds, so he has paralysis, weakening, or freeze. Freeze doesn't make sense to me, so it'll probably be paralysis or weakening. Weakening would be freaking sexy as hell. Okay, there's paralysis. So keep in mind that debilitator of 5 seconds is only good for paralysis, freeze, weakening, confusion, anything that isn't a dot, damage over time. So no poison, no burn can ever be debilitator 5 seconds unless K-Lab actually wants to start making that a little more OP. Or very excellent, I guess you should say. I don't think it's OP at all. Interesting that this isn't full screen, but as you can see here, the radius is 900. That's... If full screen is considered if 1000 is considered full screen, 900 is still, in my opinion, very, very good. 120% magnification, standard. 180% mag on the second strong attack. I'll get into that in a second. Radius 2000, full screen special, good. And strong attack 1, magnification 120%. Radius 475, 8-second cool time. Oh, so yeah, okay, he's a melee character, obviously. And this is probably a lunge. Like, they usually make these characters with lunges. And 120% magnification on the last hit of the NAD. So going into the second strong attack, what I see here, 180% is usually an indication of Shunsui's second strong attack. That was in your Blood War. And that's very good because he has paralysis on everything except for his NAD. I just noticed that he doesn't have paralysis on his NAD. Now, mine Jushiro, the one that has Frenzy and isn't complete trash and just a damage reduction link, the one that's strong attack recharge 14% with Frenzy and lots of spiritual pressure and lots of yummy freeze and paralysis effects, is really good because his second strong attack, like Shunsui's, actually, unlike Shunsui, has a chance of actually freezing the enemy. Now, a 180% magnification on an SP character can nuke a boss. If you freeze an opponent and you use your second strong attack on them, when they're frozen, they can't move anywhere. Or if they're paralyzed or frozen, they can't be moved or pushed back. And the reason that that's important is a magnification of 180% deals massive amounts of damage. Like what we would do in co-op, because you can't push bosses back in co-op, we would actually have two Shunsuis immediately go to the boss, use our second strong attack, and nuke the boss, save our specials for a later stage or later room, And that's pretty much how we would like cheese extreme co-ops or even inheritance zone. So 180% mags on a character with frenzy, in my opinion, is really good, especially when the character has an innate paralysis with debilitator. Jushiro has freeze and paralysis, which is kind of interesting, but it's the same logic applies for the magnification on it. And I mean, that's Yumichika. In my opinion, Yumichika. I saw the comment over here. Rip Yumichika cuck trait. In my opinion, like it might be a cuck trait, but I don't feel like he's powered down at all. All these characters have frenzy as to be expected, honestly. And yeah, let me know in the comments below who you're hyped for, who you're summoning for, and those two are not necessarily the same thing. Like for example, for me, I was hyped for Unohana, but I wanted Banken despite knowing that I needed Unohana. I didn't get my Banken, but whatever. Hey. But I mean, I'm gonna leave it at that. Shout out to Soldex. Link to his channel will be right. Should be over there. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all know what it is, guys. Y'all's know. I don't even know my outro anymore. Y'all know what it is, guys. Grind on, catch me up, hit me up, stay blessed. I wish you the best luck in your summons. Let me know how many orbs you plan to do on this banner, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Yo, shout out to Soldex. He's the GOAT.